Hey guys, it's Sketchington here. I'm just doing a little video to show off something I created. I'm quite proud of it, and it honestly took me much longer than it should have. So what I've got here is a Smeltery from Tinker's Construct. What I built is a little contraption to make it easier for me to melt all my ores after a long mining trip. Because I really like having things solidified and countable. I mean, I guess I could have a countable and tank, but screw the tank, honestly. A little circuitry over here, and let me explain what's happening here. So when I throw some ore into here, this little smeltery here, when I'm melting my ores, and have it all come down into here to this cast evasion, it doesn't always fit into blocks all the time. And with like a basic setup, you'd have like a little smelter and it was going to the basin. You have to do everything by hand to make sure that you get all the melted copper ore into these other casting tables. I found that quite annoying, so I automated the process. So when all the blocks are finally done cooling down there, and it's like halfway full, it'll tell this comparator to send out a signal saying like, hey, this basin is full, and it's still kind of not drying. But what this circuit does as a whole is that it reads what's inside the container, has a timer attached to it, so if it's full for about 30 seconds, it'll activate a switch to drain the basin. And the way that I check to see if it's either drying, or I guess not drying, but cooling or not, is through this comparator here and this analog lever with the power of 11. This receives the comparator from the basin. So if it's full, fully full, and it's drying, it takes about 5-10 seconds for it to dry. So as it's drying, it'll go up to redstone signal 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 10 and anything below that is saying that it's full, but it's not cooling. So this checks to see if it's currently cooling. If it's currently cooling, it will cancel this timer and allow it to cool. I think that's about sums that up. This little switch here is just something I encountered while I'm trying to make this. Like this will come and turn it on when it sees a signal. And it says, okay, yeah, I'll be on. And this also resets that signal because this thing, it likes to forget. If you have a constant redstone signal, it acts like it was only told to start the timer once. And if that stays on, it won't ever tell this thing to turn on again. And so I need to constantly tell this thing to turn on again and again, while also resetting it again and again. And I've added this little torch over here, this little toggle, to make sure that when this turns off, this will always be off. Because if you don't do that, then this will stay on and it'll mess up the entire process. And this circuitry over here is very similar to this. It just watches for the casting table. The only thing that's different is that the casting table, it sees, that it has a cast in it, and it'll send the signal anyway. It's just one little bit longer here, just so it won't send out a false positive that it is full and it needs draining, which is not the case. But anyway, enough talking. Let's see it in action. So I'll throw this entire stack of copper in there, fills up down here, starts, starts heating it up. Then eventually it'll start sending the melted copper through. And as you can see, it's cooling down. And over here, we should see that the timer is being reset, which it is, and it's not on. As you see, as it emptied, it told the timer to start, but also told it to stop, because it's cooling. And then the process will continue, and I'll let it sit here for a moment while it does its thing. Aha, here we go. You see that it's full, it has stuff in it, but it's not cooling. And so, it has told the timer to continue. And when that timer is done, I'm going to turn this thing on, and also keep providing a signal until this turns off. And there it goes. And then once this is empty, it will tell this timer to stop. As you can see, it'll keep draining and draining and draining until the ingot cast sees that it's full. It just happens so quick sometimes. I didn't even notice that. Oh, I didn't even need a nugget. I guess I threw in a little bit less this time. But that's kind of it. Overly engineered, most likely. Do I really need to automate this? Probably not. But it makes things easier and it's more fun in the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you like this video. Comment if you want to see more. And I'll see you guys in the next one.